welcome to my channel, Sage of Aqua.
And I'm sitting right by the microphone today just to try and get some better sound, because the sound quality is still not up to scratch. So let's just dive straight in. This morning I just decided to swirl a few cards and I've got unfollow. So if you've recently unfollowed someone on social media, it's about that. So the sheep is actually about sacrifice. It represents the age of Aries, which came before the age of Pisces, which is the age of Jesus. So basically 0 to 2000 was the birth of Jesus, to the year 2000, and now we're in 2023. We're in the age of Aquarius. But before the age of Jesus and of Nazareth and that era of power and control, we had the age of Aries. So it's asking us to look back to how things were in those times as compared to the freedom that we have now. So in those days, you would have had to have had a tougher head to deal with the way life was back then. So this is to do with virility, sacrifice, and Jesus, and domestic provider. So that came up in my last reading about domesticity, and the provider card came up as well. So it goes into it a little bit more here. So it says it's the follower of a flock. Okay, so you're not following someone anymore. There's someone out there that just doesn't feel like they're part of your flock. So the sheep, ram and the goat, so I've actually got the goat on the bottom as well, have historically been scapegoats. Okay, so they've been sacrificial lambs, sacrificed to bring favour or relief to humans in Egypt. They are worshipped. They are called Ammon in Egypt, which is interesting. Egypt's come up in the news recently. A lot of people are trying to flee into Egypt from Gaza. So there's a little bit of spotlight on Egypt. So the message is being soft and willing may have its charms, but being a victim does not. Okay, so you may have jumped out of victim mentality, or somebody that you know. Watch you are not being exploited. Are you following someone or something too closely? So this is about getting obsessed with something, which isn't healthy. So Rumi said, out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field, and I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about. Alright, so this is about judgment again. Alright, so this is actually getting out of that judgment place and not being the sacrificial lamb. I'm sort of seeing a kind of flying below the radar kind of energy. You're not putting yourself out there to be a sacrificial lamb for anybody, and you're not following anybody, especially not people that are a little bit obsessed with something. It's just not attractive. And I don't think you're being drawn towards people that are controlling and just want victims, or you're not interested in following that exploitation energy, the narcissism. I'm feeling like that there's been some really massive growth here. The cat, independent. Become a really, really independent person here. Just making up your own mind and, I'll please myself, thank you. That's quite transformative as well on the bottom. And I've got a triangle. So I've got two triangles, 1, 2, 3 triangles down. I don't know if you can see the camera. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 triangles there. So a triangle is 3. So the 3 is about going beyond the 2D and actually developing a project, a plan, a connection, an idea, a collaboration. But the triangles are pointing downwards. I'll just see if I can get a proper close-up. 1, 2, 3 there. The triangles are pointing downwards, which means that's triple feminine energy here. I've never seen that in any of my readings before. Triple feminine energy. So something here is really aligning to the great plan or the great mystery. So I've been seeing a little bit of conflict energy, and especially movement energy, like the number 5s and number 8's been coming out, and there's number 8, another number 8. So you might be moving towards your ambitions. See how there's a swirl, there's a spiral? That is the natural way. That is the Fibonacci sequence, the golden triangle. That is the natural way that the earth and the universe has been formed under the Fibonacci sequence, which is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 8, and so on and so on. And each denominator then is added to the next number and the next and the next, and that gives us the Fibonacci sequence, or probably better known as the golden triangle. So we've got 3 triangles here. So this has got really heavy sacred geometry overtones. So I'm really excited about this, because that is what I like to focus on, and it's quite deep. So alright, so on the bottom of the deck, the gravity door, we've got the dolphin. Yeah, that reminds us to have more fun in life. Alright, so I've got the 10 of Swords inverted. So the 10 of Swords is maxed out. So it's gone beyond 9 completion, and it's gone back to 1. So the Ace of Swords traditionally means an ally, and it's in reversed. So someone who you thought was an ally may have... So the 10 of Swords is like too much information, too much going on upstairs, is what I'm getting. And they've had to go on back to basics. So that would take it back to an ace, an ally, an Ace of Swords, a new beginning or an ally. So that's here as well. But I'm a little bit curious as to why it's in reversed. I'm getting the sense that perhaps you don't need allies because you're independent. That's what I'm getting. You're not following anybody. You're not a sheep. You're not a domesticated creature. You're completely independent. If you're on this channel, then you're also a free-thinking age of Aquarian. You know, you have a deep-seated understanding of what is going on with the energy field, because you can feel it deep inside that there's been a massive shift. You know, it's just like, it's like when you go to work, it's just like a congregation of Imelda Marcoses. You know, it's like everybody's got such a bad attitude, because it's like, well, it's my way or the highway, and you, my friend, you're not following, you're not signing up to that mode of conduct. It's like, well, actually, I have my own opinion on that. And that's all you need to say. You don't need to have any other disgruntled emotion apart from, I have my own opinion on that. I am the cat. I have my own opinion on that. That's got to have to be the heading. Alright, so that's good. So the Fool is the contemplation phase before the leap of faith into something brand new. So something may have triggered you to sort of go back to the drawing board here. It may be somebody let you down. With the 10 inverted brings back to 1. Something's made you go back to basics here, and I mean right back to basics. That's back to basics and reassessing, regrouping. Alright, maybe getting new allies, maybe getting rid of dead wood, but that's actually going right back to the drawing board and the contemplation phase before there's even a plan. That one. Before there's even a notion, a plan, before there's even something to describe, that card is in your mind. So I'm getting, so the swords, 10 of swords is either something's been too much and you want to revise it. That's what I'm getting here. Something's just been too much. Something has gone beyond what is acceptable or what can be managed mentally, and you're, this is good, even though this is a little bit confrontational. This is good because it's good to let in new blood. Like if you've got in a workplace and someone new starts working there, it's like fantastic because you can start talking to somebody else. You know, instead of the same old tea lady, you know, you actually get to talk to new people. So I'm feeling like this is fresh blood, and I'm getting a real ally sense from this because this goes back to the Ace of Swords inverted. In sacred geometry, 10 is also 1. So 10 is beyond 9, the completion. 7 and 9 is about completion energy, and 10 is really moving back. Right? Moving back, possibly going back to a prior situation, or even a prior connection, prior partner, prior something is going back here, and I feel it could be to do with maybe you want to reassess the company you keep, because this card has a vibe of ally. Alright, so I've got an 8, 1 and a 0. Alright, so it's always exciting to have the Fool, because it means anything is possible. Alright, so let's have a look at that one. Alright, cat. Alright, companion, comfortable, warm, embracing, sensual, playful, independent, elegant, unmanageable. You're unmanageable. Oh yeah. Yo, you're handful. Excellent, excellent. Unfollow people that just basically aren't worth your time. Unfollow. It's like, why are you following people on social media anyway? You're the one, everyone should be following you. Yow. Yow. Alright, unmanageable. What a classic. Alright, familial. Yeah, so this is obviously this is traditional witch's cat. So it could be a witchy poos. That's okay. All good on this channel. These lovable companions are baby-sized and warm with a reassuring purr. Their front-facing eyes give hypnotic connection. Okay, interesting. Alright, so you could have a hypnotizing effect on people. And they might get a little bit obsessed with your energy. That's what I'm getting here. That's why you have to block people and unfollow people. People are just getting a little bit... Yeah, it could be. I'm feeling like it could be your capacity to really see past the illusion and look out there in that cosmos, in that basically a field of wonderment. That's what I'm feeling like. And people are just like, wow, how can you encompass such a broad range of ideas and emotions? And you're like, well, you know, I'm emotionally intelligible. You know, I am the cat. I am hypnotic. Right? It's all good, okay? Don't question yourself if people are not on your wavelength. Just unfollow them, because there's plenty of people out there on your wavelength, you know? Just remember, people, if things get too much, remember, God is an earthworm, okay? So things are not as they seem, all right? Things are not always as they seem. Things are a lot simpler than we're taught. We need to unfollow the... sort of like, the words that are coming to me are... It's like a... It's almost like a sort of paparazzi propaganda. Like, we are subjected over and over to advertising, promos, ways of thinking, when hello, we should be thinking about Gaza and Syria and all the things that are happening over there where people are starving and got no water. In 2023, there are children out there that have no water. So I'm getting a real cut-off vibe here. So I'm just putting a little bit of a plug into people that actually live in 2023, in the 2300s, and they don't have running water, or they don't have hot water. This gives me a vibe of going without, because the sheep is hard-headed. The sheep is a survivor. So you may be, you know, a real fucking survivor, and you can put up with anything. That's what I'm feeling like this. You're not only that, you've got deep vision, all right? So if you had a few allies that have deserted you, there are plenty more. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so straight to the quote. I have lived with several Zen masters, all of them cats, and that's from Eckhart Tolle. Yeah, so he's that lovable sort of philosopher on YouTube and various other places. I don't follow him myself, but I know that his philosophies are reasonably sound. He has a good following. So a warm, comfortable home base allows you the freedom to be me. So the cat is the Zen, you know, is the Zen, and you are looking pretty hypnotic right now, pretty Zen. All right, so allows you the freedom to be independent and adventurous. Okay, so this is the card for adventure, but it is almost pre-adventure. This is just number 0. This is back to basics. This is back to what is adventure. This is back to the philosophy stage. What is adventure? What is a Zen master? All right, what is a lovable companion? What comforts me? And what do I want embracing me, or who? What is sensuality? What is playfulness? What is independence? What is elegance? And I am unmanageable because I am completely comfortable and familiar with my own sense of destiny and imagination. So this card is about imagination. This is before the planning, this is before the philosophy, this is before the assessment, this is before judgment. This is purely the spark of inspiration. All right, so let's read the dragon as well, has also come up. Dragon. Mystical powers. Emperor, so the Emperor is the strong energy, strongest energy in the Tarochi. So it's a number 4. It came up yesterday when I was doing a reading. I can never remember the title, so I just have to say the previous reading. This is about luck, cosmic chi, force of nature. So we had three cards which were represented the Empress. Okay, so I've got divine energy here. Scares off evil spirits. So the wondrous dragon represents the Emperor and often holds pearls of great price. So the pearl is there, the pearl of great price. This treasure grows to relieve the irritation of the invasive grit and symbolizes the rewards of suffering, becoming something precious and beautiful. Okay, irritation of invasive grit. Okay, so people could have been, you know, being quite invasive, possibly. You know, and you just keep putting your distance with this invasive energy. Obviously, there's nothing positive about suffering, but if you manage to get past a phase of difficulty, then you feel much the wiser. You feel like the wise sage because you've been through something devastating and a struggle. So the dragon can control nature's energy. So I'm getting, I've got Emperor here, and I've got the downward triangle. So this is like the number 6. So I've got the feminine energy going downwards in the triangle, and then this actually represents the emperor. So this is divine energy here. So whatever